Mr. Strong, king of the circus.
Do you know where Mr. Strong gets his strength from?
La-la-la-la-la. Nothing beats a good omelette.
He eats eggs, and the more eggs he eats, the stronger he gets. Unfortunately, Mr. Strong doesn't realize how strong he is.
Uh-oh.
He is so strong that he has to be especially careful, otherwise he breaks everything. Mr. Strong even manages to break things he doesn't touch.
An amazing circus show right here in your town. Great, the circus. I have a feeling this is going to be a fun day. Oh, quick, hitch up the elephant. We must free Chuckles and his monkey. I'll have you out of there in a jiffy, little fellow. Well, please help. Hang on, here I come. Help me, please. Don't you worry, my friend. Nothing broken?
Ouch! Oh, what a grip!
What a fright we had! Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Strong, at your service. Oh, well done, Mr. Strong. How would you like to join my circus? The greatest of pleasure.
Never before seen on Earth, the strongest man in the world, Mr. Strong, will carry a whole family of elephants on his shoulders.
It's that clumsy old Mr. Strong showing off again, little Miss Trouble.
So let's play a little joke on him. Let's see how strong Mr. Strong really is without his eggs.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the strongest man in the world, Mr. Strong. I'll never manage it. I haven't had my omelette for tea.
Don't you worry, I'll take care of that.
And now, Mr. Strong will lift up the whole elephant family before your very eyes. You look a little under the weather. Well, I am a little tired, but it will pass.
He's getting booed, the clumsy old thing.
He's only getting what he deserves.
Oh, you beast!
Three cheers for Mr. Strong. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Oh, well done, Mr. Strong. You are fantastic. Would you like to join me for supper tonight?
So Mr. Strong did. And you know what they had for supper? That's right. Eggs, of course. Mr. Nonsense rose to the moon.
Lumpy-dumpy-dumpy-doo, the little birds will be happy.
In Nonsense Land, nobody is surprised when Mr. Nonsense does strange things.
What a stupid idea to give sweets to birds. Such waste. Besides, it's very bad for their beaks.
Mr. Mean always carries his fortune with him. He never leaves his money at home for fear of being robbed.
11, 12, 13, 14. Mr. Greedy and little Miss Greedy will give me a good price for these. I'll try to get more.
So long as one sweet remains, Mr. Mean won't leave.
Hello, little Miss Wise speaking. I know it's you, Mr. Nonsense.
I'd like to take you on a boat trip, little Miss Wise.
I like proper boat trips. Your boat doesn't move, not even an inch.
Oh, that's true. But like my old friend Mr. Clever would say, if you don't go forward, you're going backwards. So I'm moving backwards. Little Miss Wise, I promise we'll go on a proper outing.
If you mean a real outing where I can see the sights, then I accept your invitation.
Good. I'll give her the trip of her life. This is my passport to outer space.
Give it to me. How pretty you are, little sparrow. What's your name? If he answers, the sweet is mine. You wait till I catch you.
Yoo-hoo! Mr. Nonsense!
I'll send down the lift.
A wise move.
Ready for the outing.
So long as it's safe.
Oh. This is my passport to outer space.
My fortune. Oh, my precious fortune. Let's go home. Help! Help!
May I inquire where we're going, Mr. Nonsense?
To the moon.
Oh, is that wise?
Help! Help! Oh, please, help!
We have a stowaway on board.
It's Mr. Mean.
Sorry, no free ride. I'll throw you the life belt, cabin boy.
Water! Water!
We're losing altitude. You'll have to jump.
No.
We're too heavy.
Oh, you wouldn't throw me out of the window, would you?
You do have a very heavy bag here, you know.
I'm gaining altitude, but we must dump some ballast. Mr. Mean, throw your bag overboard.
Oh, never.
Come now, be sensible.
Oh, if my money goes, then I'm going to. I won't forget this, Mr. Nonsense. My bag! Where's my bag?
Little Miss Wise, let's go for a stroll on the moon.
Is that wise, Mr. Nonsense?
Little Miss Sunshine brings a smile.
It was a snowy morning in Misterland, and everyone was very cold and miserable.
Oh!
Everyone, that is, except for one particular person.
Lots of cheering up to do today.
Little Miss Sunshine hurried downstairs to meet the postman.
Good morning, Mr. Stamp.
Oh, good morning, Miss... Oh!
Never mind. It'll soon be spring and nice and warm again.
It will, Miss Sunshine. Soon be spring and nice and warm again. The next person little Miss Sunshine met was Mr. Worry. What happens if the snow never melts? What happens if it snows some more? I'll never get out of my house again.
Don't worry, Mr. Worry. Use this.
Good idea, Miss Sunshine. Whee! Wait a minute. What happens if the snow melts? If the snow melts, it'll flood my house and ruin my food.
If your house floods, Mr. Greedy, you'll be fishing in the kitchen and have fish and chips forever.
Ooh, fish and chips. Ooh, ooh, yummy, yummy. Ooh, my favourite.
Oh dear, look at my splendid hat.
She told Miss Splendid that her hat wasn't ruined and that icicles suited her. She told Miss Neat that there was no need to iron the snow. It would flatten itself. By lunchtime, little Miss Sunshine had cheered up so many people that she was tired out.
Phew! I'm only halfway through the day. I'm going to need some help, I think. Mr. Tickle, cooey, Mr. Tickle.
Go away. I'm not tickling anyone today.
Please, Mr. Tickle, I need your help.
So he let her in. She told him her plan. And the next thing Mr. Tickle knew, he was sitting on the roof of his house.
Down by the bus stop, Mr. Tickle.
Down by the bus stop, Miss Sunshine.
Cheer up! It's only a bit of silly old snow.
Ah, of course it is. It's just a bit of silly old snow.
Mine, Mrs. Simpkins.
Duck, Mr. Crabtree.
Just a bit of silly old snow.
And for the rest of the afternoon, little Miss Sunshine and Mr. Tickle sat on the roof cheering everyone up.
Oop. Sorry, Miss Bossy.
Don't mention it, Mr. Strong. I'm having a lovely day, thanks to Miss Sunshine's idea. Stand still. I want you all to do exactly as I say and stand still.
You're right, Miss Sunshine. Bumping in the snow doesn't hurt at all.
Good idea, Miss Sunshine.
When were you supposed to be there, Miss Nate?
No,
Never mind. Just hold on tight.
about an hour ago, I think.
And by the end of the afternoon, what had started as a cold and miserable day ended as one of the best that anyone in Misterland could remember. And it was all thanks to little Miss Sunshine. Not forgetting Mr. Tickle, of course. Just a bit of silly old snow, Miss Sunshine. Mr. Fussy takes a well-earned break. It's still dark, but already it's time for Mr. Fussy to get up. He's going on holiday today. Mr. Fussy can't bear things being out of place. Oh, that's much better.
It isn't level.
Hello, Mr. Parrot.
Hello, Mr. Fussy.
Better?
A little more to the left.
What a mess. And as for you, it's bath time.
No, not a bath.
Let's get Mr. Parrot nice and clean.
Help! Someone, help!
Wait till I get my hands on you. This parrot has such bad manners. I do like perfectly white teeth. In fact, I like everything to be just perfect. Everything's perfect. All we need now is the taxi.
The picture has some dust on it.
Oh, no! These flowers are a disgrace.
Time for your bath. Time for your bath.
All right, I'm going. Oh. Hello, Mr. Stamp. No, don't come in. You'll make a mess. Don't move. I'm coming.
The coral pit! The coral pit!
I must always wipe my feet on the mat before coming into the house. Repeat. I must always wipe my feet. Very good. And now go and get the Hoover.
The Hoover! The Hoover! The engine's got problems. The engine's got problems.
Keep your comments to yourself.
Help! Help!
Phew! Oh. There. Now all I have to do is put Mr. Parrot in his cage.
Try and catch me!
Come here, Mr. Parrot. Come here. Come here. Mr. Parrot. You're very, very naughty. Come here. Just wait till I get my hands on you. Well, who can that be?
The taxi! The taxi!
Oh, you're right, yes. I'd better open the door. Hello, Mr. Grumble. So, you're the taxi driver? Yes, and it's no fun, I can tell you. In your cage, or I'll leave you at home.
You should have said so earlier.
Hurry up. I haven't got all day. I must put the cases in the boot in order of size. Oh, no. Be careful. Hey, Fuzzpot, that'll do. Get in the car right now.
Help! Help!
You might as well get the Hoover out whilst you're at it.
No!
To the airport. I really hate planes. This isn't the way to the airport. I know. I have to pick up another passenger first. Oh, there he is.
Good morning, Mr. Messy. Good morning, Mr. Messy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Parrot. Would you like a sweet?
He doesn't like sweets. Oh, that'll do. Where exactly is it you're flying?
To the sunny isles.
Oh, what fun. We'll be together for a whole month.
What fun! What fun!
Mr. Clumsy in The Brains and the Brawn. Have you met Mr. Clumsy? The clumsiest fellow in the world?
Goodness me, I have been chosen to compete in the brain and the brawn.
Good evening to you all out there. Thank you for such an excellent turnout for our legendary program, The
Brain and the brawn!
When the curtain goes up, you will discover our first contestant. Now, will our contestant be the brains or the brawn? Fate will decide. Heads the brain, tails the brawn. It's your move, Mr. Clumsy. Tails the brawn! That's a good start because our contestant, Mr. Clumsy, is clearly a real acrobat. And our hero is back. Mr. Clumsy, now we're going to draw lots to see who will be the
brain! The brain! The brain!
Looks like old Mr. Clumsy is going to come a cropper, little Miss Trouble.
Yes, Mr. Uppity.
Ladies and gentlemen, simply pop your names in this hat, which will be passed amongst you if you would like to stand for the brains.
No, it's all right, thank you. I already have a hat.
What are you up to, little Miss Trouble?
I've written Mr. Dizzy's name on every bit of paper.
Now you can draw your partner's name. And Mr. Clumsy's partner, who will be the brains this evening, is Mr. Dizzy! Come up and join us on the podium, Mr. Dizzy.
I didn't do anything.
Not yet. Come up onto the podium, Mr. Dizzy. The brains and the brawn. Here they are. First question for the brains. Is the moon round or square? Quiet, please. No whispering.
Well, it's
You're nearly there.
square?
Wrong. Mr. Clumsy, your reply.
Round.
Correct! But it's your partner who should have said it. Ladies and gentlemen, to make up for Mr. Dizzy's wrong answer, Mr. Clumsy will climb up the mast and bring down a plate of cakes!
Come on! Come on! You can do it! Come on! Come on, Mr.
Zero for the brains, zero for the brawn. Second question for Mr. Dizzy. 2 and 2 make...
3?
And now Mr. Clumsy will take part in the water test.
The water test! The water test!
Do you know how to swim, Mr. Clumsy?
A little.
Perfect. You see this coin, ladies and gentlemen? When I throw it into the pool, Mr. Clumsy will go and get it. Thanks to the brains and the brawn, everything is going...
Do we have to come back for the next round?
Mr. Brave goes ghost hunting.
Help! Help! Hold on, Mr. Bounce. I'll get you out of there. Goodness, I can't climb onto that roof. It would collapse. The soot's getting up my nose. Ah, Mr. Brave, you're just the man.
It's Mr. Brave!
Mr. Brave.
Mr. Bounce bounced into the chimney and now he's stuck.
Would you mind putting me down? I'm quite giddy.
Only you can save him.
Mr. Brave is certainly brave, but that roof is very steep.
Be brave.
Be brave, Mr. Brave.
Mr. Bounce, are you all right?
Yes, except I can't move.
Can you catch hold of my hand?
Yes, I've got it.
I would like to award you with this Medal of Bravery. How does that make you feel?
I only did my duty, nothing more.
He gets all the attention.
That Mr. Brave deserves a good lesson.
That's given me an idea.
There's nothing like a strawberry milkshake to get you over a nasty fright. There's no peace for the brave.
Mr. Brave.
Oh, is that you, Mr. Worry?
It's me, and I'm worried. You see, I'm worried.
What? A ghost knocking at your window? Everyone knows ghosts don't exist. Well, all right, I'll come if that'll make you feel better.
I was about to read this funny book so as not to have any bad dreams when suddenly I turned round to see who it was. Oh, I beg you, Mr. Brave, do something.
I'm not going to be scared of a ghost. Get me a broom. Just wait till I catch you.
Have you seen anything?
He's hiding somewhere out there.
Perhaps he was frightened by you.
I'm sure he was. Me glasses. Where are my glasses?
When I put my hand on his shoulder, I thought he was going to faint.
Now, be calm, Mr. Brave. You can't see without your glasses, so open up your ears.
I really put the wind up, Mr. Brave.
What fun we're having. How about us giving Mr. Worry a good dose of goosebumps?
Oh, good idea.
Mr. Worry,
Yes,
I know who the ghost is. We are going to teach him a lesson.
Mr. Uppity, little Miss Trouble, who dares take my place?
that's a story I'll tell myself before falling asleep. Oh, thank you, Mr. Brave. You truly are a brave man.
Underneath, I suppose it's true. I am pretty brave.